Have you ever noticed how quickly we run from pain? Not just physical pain, but the kind that lingers in silence. The pain of being misunderstood, the pain of rejection, the pain of knowing that no one can truly save you from yourself. We live in a world that glorifies comfort, a world that tells you that if something hurts, something must be wrong. But the truth, the one no one dares to say aloud, is that pain is not the enemy. It is the oldest teacher you will ever know. You see, comfort is deceptive. It lulls you into weakness. It convinces you that the slightest discomfort is a threat. But discomfort is where your soul begins to wake up. It's where your character is forged, where you stop being a mere participant in life and begin to endure it as a warrior does, silently, deliberately, without complaint. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "To live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering." He wasn't being dramatic. He was describing the fundamental structure of existence. Life doesn't owe you happiness. It offers you suffering and dares you to create meaning from it. But most people don't. They complain. They drown their pain in noise, distractions, validation, anything that keeps them from facing the void directly. And that's why so many live shallow, forgettable lives. Because true strength, the kind that commands respect and peace, is born in silence, in enduring what others run from. Think of the ancient Spartans. Boys were taken from their mothers at age 7 and trained to embrace pain. They slept on reeds, marched barefoot, and were beaten for showing weakness. It wasn't cruelty. It was preparation. They were taught that complaining achieves nothing, that strength is found in quiet endurance. You might think, that's brutal, that's inhumane. But look around. Is the modern world any less cruel? It just hides it better. Our cruelty is psychological. We face invisible wars, anxiety, isolation, rejection, self-doubt. But unlike the Spartans, we've forgotten how to face pain with dignity. We whine, we tweet, we cry out for validation, and yet the pain persists, stronger than ever. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Pain demands respect. When you meet it with silence, it transforms you. When you meet it with complaints, it enslaves you. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, the German theologian executed for resisting the Nazis, wrote from his prison cell, "Suffering is not an interruption of life, but part of it." He didn't say that as a preacher. He said it as a man facing death. What Bonhoeffer understood, and what we've forgotten, is that endurance is not passive. It's not resignation. It's an act of defiance. It's saying to the universe, you can break my body, but you will not break my spirit. There's something almost sacred in that kind of silence. When you stop running from your suffering, something strange happens. You begin to see it as a forge. The same fire that burns you also shapes you. Marcus Aurelius, writing in his meditation, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Pain doesn't block your path, it is the path. Every hardship you face carries within it the seed of transformation, but only if you endure it without resentment. Let's be honest, most of us have been trained to complain. We've learned that to suffer is unjust, that to feel pain is failure. So, when life hits hard, we react emotionally, dramatically, like victims of a cosmic injustice. But complaining doesn't make pain go away, it only amplifies it. It trains your mind to see yourself as powerless. And once you see yourself that way, everything in life becomes unbearable. There's an old saying, "He who cannot endure the small pains will never survive the great ones." Life is preparing you constantly for heartbreak, loss, betrayal, disappointment. These are not punishments. They are lessons in endurance. And every time you meet pain with composure instead of complaint, you reclaim power over yourself. Because endurance is the purest form of freedom. Imagine two people facing the same tragedy, the loss of a job, a loved one, a dream. One collapses under it, cursing the world. The other stands in silence, grieving but grounded. The difference is not the pain, it's the posture. Pain tests the architecture of your soul. If you've built yourself on comfort, you'll crumble. But if you've built yourself on resilience, if you've practiced the art of enduring quietly, not only will you survive, you will transcend. Plato once said that the soul is purified through suffering. He believed that pain strips away the illusions we cling to, that we are in control, that we are owed something, that life should be easy. When those illusions die, wisdom begins. This is why the wise rarely complain. They understand that every struggle is a mirror. It reveals what kind of person you really are. But here's the paradox. To endure pain without complaint doesn't mean to suppress emotion. It means to contain it, to channel it into clarity, not chaos. When a warrior is wounded, he doesn't pretend it doesn't hurt. He uses the pain to stay alert, to fight sharper, to survive longer. You must learn to do the same. When heartbreak comes, don't drown it in noise. Sit with it. When rejection stings, don't seek pity. Study the lesson it offers. When life feels unbearable, don't curse it. Ask what it's trying to shape in you. The moment you stop reacting and start enduring, pain loses its grip. Machiavelli once wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." But there's a deeper layer to that. The most dangerous man is not the one who inspires fear in others, but the one who no longer fears his own suffering. If you cannot be broken by pain, you become ungovernable. Society cannot manipulate you with comfort. People cannot control you with guilt or praise. You no longer need validation, because you've seen what lies beneath it. Emptiness. You become still, and in that stillness, you find power. Most people want to be happy. Few want to be strong. But happiness is fleeting. Strength endures, and strength is earned through quiet suffering. So the next time life hurts, don't run. Don't post about it. Don't drown it in distractions. Just sit with it. Feel every ounce of it, because somewhere inside that pain is the person you were meant to become. Enduring pain without complaint doesn't make you cold. It makes you clear. It strips away the unnecessary. It reveals what truly matters. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that the moments that nearly broke you were the ones that built you. Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Find your why. Let it be stronger than your pain. Because the truth is, the world will not stop testing you. But you can stop reacting to every blow as if it's unfair. You can meet pain with calm eyes and a steady heart. That is what it means to be unbreakable. To suffer, without complaint, without bitterness, and still remain kind. Still remain human. So endure. Not because you must, but because through endurance, you become who you truly are. And when you do, pain will no longer define you. It will serve you. Silently, faithfully, like an old teacher reminding you that nothing worth becoming ever came without struggle. Endure quietly, because the strongest souls rarely need to speak.